What's going on, guys? It's Overpow. So I want to take a minute to actually talk about something that just happened to me like 5 minutes ago, and it has to be one of the most insane, craziest things ever happened to me. For some odd reason, me and my roommate usually prefer going shopping at night. We normally get everything done through in the day. What I do a lot is doing my recording. We normally do our shopping at night, and we don't live in a bad part of town. We live inside a pretty good part of town. We have a beach apartment. It's a very nice place. Ended up wanting to go and shop at a Walmart, which I already know shopping at Walmart's a bad idea. We finished all shopping, then we end up walking out, and if we were a couple seconds earlier, we would have been a victim. Somebody left just before us, and they ended up getting robbed. It was literally seconds before us. The Walmart parking lot went in a kind of a 3-lane. There was the middle lane, there was the right lane, and there was the left lane for all the cars parked. We were in the middle lane, and the guy who was unfortunate enough to get robbed was actually on the right lane. It was crazy as it was actually going on. It was probably one of the, it's really hard to describe what you're feeling whenever you just know something bad is about to happen. It's this thing where some people say stuff like that happens in slow motion. What really let me know that there was a problem going down is I heard someone cock a slide of a pistol. If anyone has never actually heard what that sounds like, it's a very distinct sound. Whenever you put the magazine into a pistol, what happens whenever you pull the trigger is the slide falls back, a bullet from the magazine then loads into the chamber. Once it slides back, it's ready to fire again. But whenever you first put the magazine in, there's nothing chambered. I heard the guy slide it and then go running. I thought it was really weird at first because I heard someone screaming. It was something about give me all your money. It sounds so cliche, but that's exactly what it was. And it was something at first where I'm thinking, is this a joke? Is he playing a joke on his friend or something like that? So I'm over there just watching, and then I see him pull his hood up and pull it really tightly. And when he did that, you could see the weapon, and I'm just this is bad. So I'm instantly telling my roommate, because my roommate was with me as well, while walking out of Walmart. I'm just dude, we gotta go, we gotta walk faster. My roommate's what? What's going on? What? He keeps asking questions. I just keep telling him, dude, we gotta go. Probably the scariest part for us was that the guy who had a gun and was robbing the other guy actually had a friend who was running towards him when he could have very easily came to us when we were standing within feet of him. So we actually made it to the car and we started driving off, and my roommate was what happened? Why are you telling us to get in? I was that guy had a gun and he's robbing that guy. Legitly, that's what happened. I specifically can see exactly what's going on. So he instantly calls 911, and I want to say this is the most infuriating thing about this whole situation is this guy is getting robbed. He is at gunpoint. So we try calling 911. We first call 911, and then instantly someone picks up. We try telling them what happens, and that is already taking too long. We already told them where we were, what happened, and what's going on, and that we've already left because we knew that it was unsafe there. After we tell her everything, she's give me a minute, let me transfer you. So then she transfers us to somebody else. And then we have to explain ourselves again, give them everything, tell them where we were, what happened, that we left, it was unsafe, exactly what we saw, what they were wearing, everything at all, everything. We just wanted to help this guy. And then on top of that, we tell the second person exactly, and he's give me a second, let me transfer you. And then transfers us to another one. As of right now, we hit the third person, and time has already been wasted. We're just well, maybe someone could go over there and kind of, maybe the guy is still there. Or the robber more than likely left within that time frame, which was just we did this right as soon as the crime was committed. We're just this is where it should be. We're telling you exactly what happened, what they're wearing, everything you need. Transfer this twice. The third person, we explain the exact same story again, and the woman just acts like nothing's happening, all right, we'll get somebody on it. There was absolutely no sense of urgency. I want to say that was probably the most infuriating thing about this, is somebody is obviously in danger, and we call at the perfect moment, right as soon as it happens. I mean, right as soon as we hit the car, I speed off. I'm just I don't want to be here anymore. And my roommate instantly calls 911 within seconds. We're already putting the information out there. And by the time that we get transferred and have to retell the story over and over and over, it's already been 10 minutes. We're just are you guys going to go try to do this? We've already given you all of the information you wanted. I wanted to actually make a video about it to just talk about, one, so I can always refer back to this video so I know exactly when it happened, And it was crazy. It was just something to where I've never seen anything like that before. I was raised in the country. My father's Marine. We've owned guns my whole life. I've shot guns my whole life, and I definitely know what it sounds like whenever when a slide of a pistol cocks back. It's a very distinct sound. There's absolutely nothing, that goes around it. Whenever I heard the slide go back, I was trying to hear for a bullet hitting or like something like that, because if a bullet's already chambered, even if it's not shot and you cock the slide back, a bullet is still going to fly out. It's not going to be an empty casing, it's going to be a full casing. I didn't hear that, so I automatically looked to the right and I just see the guy pulling his thing and running after a guy, and it could have been us. That's just the crazy thing about that. One of the things that kind of infuriates me is, one, because I didn't react faster. I heard that slide, and for some reason I still looked right, and I was like trying to get a sense for the situation of what was going on. But after I saw like the second guy, saw him running, he pulled his hoodie and like ran towards the guy and said, give me all your money. Like, that was kind of just like a clear indicator we gotta get the fuck out of there. And another thing that completely infuriates me is just, we're trying to help somebody out. We call 911 at like the perfect time, and it took them entirely way too long to respond. Like, we're giving you all the information, but they're interrogating us almost. I understand you're trying to figure out if it's true. Or maybe calling 911 wasn't the best thing that we could have done. Maybe we could have called the actual police department of our like local police department. I'm not sure how that works. It's actually the first time I've ever dialed 911. The first time my roommate has ever dialed 911. But honestly, what a shame that it took that long, giving you all the information. Like, something probably could have happened there. If a unit was right down the road or something, like it would have been perfect. Then something may have stopped them. But at that point, even 10 minutes after, like, is the person who got robbed even still there? Did he leave the scene? But it's a possibility. It was just an infuriating situation, and I've never been inside something I want to say as scary as that, because you knew what was going on. I honestly just want to make a video of this. Something like this has absolutely, it's never happened to me before. I don't want to say I didn't know how to deal with it, because I think that we dealt with it perfectly. We got right off the scene and we instantly called 911 trying to help the person who is getting robbed. But it was crazy. It was something that I hope that I never have to witness, or never happens to me, or that it never happens to you. That's poor guy, man. That was the only thing that we can talk about the whole way back. We're just like, poor guy, dude. Awful. We actually learned that we're no longer going to go shopping at night. Here it is. What time is it now? It's currently 2 o'clock in the morning. This happened maybe 20 minutes ago. So as like a warning to anyone else, if you do go shopping at night, or if you find yourself out about at night, just be careful. Like, you never know what's going to happen.